Hi everyone, so I've been doing a lot of running lately, but with that comes a lot of tight muscles and tight joints. So today I'm going to run through a little stretch routine. It's one that I like to do after my runs and when I am feeling really tight after a heavy week of training, and I'm so excited that you can join me during this little stretch sequence. Let's get straight into it, and we are going to be starting in an all fours position with our right leg on the floor and left leg out towards the side, and we're slowly going to rotate that pelvis out as we lean back, pushing those groins into the ground and holding, and slowly rolling forward. And we're going to do 5 of these. That's 2 and 3, and on the 5th one we're going to hold for 10 seconds. 9, 8, push that pelvis out towards the wall behind you, pushing that groin into the floor, and another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, leaning forward. We're going to bring that leg at a 45 angle. We're pushing the toe up towards the ceiling, and we're slowly leaning into that other glute. We are rotating that tailbone out, but you're pushing that groin towards the wall in front of you, and then that hip down towards the floor, and you should feel a deep stretch all the way down that inner part of your leg. And now I want you to lean that left shoulder towards that left knee and holding. And now we're going to lean a little bit more and slowly back. We're going to lift that leg up and put it onto the floor, and we're going to do that same thing with that other leg, bringing it out towards the side, and we're going to do 5 of these and rotating that pelvis as we're going. I want you to feel that stretch into that inner thigh. Just feel that pelvis release as we're rocking backwards and forwards. And we're going to hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and slowly stacking that vertebra, rotating those toes up towards the ceiling and leaning forward, pushing that groin into the ground and slowly leaning forward. Keep going. Go as far as you feel comfortable. You want a comfortable stretch, but not too much of an exerted pain. You just want that comfortable release. And slowly back up. We're going to lean back into a rest position, reaching as far as you can go. And as we do that, I want you to imagine your hands are stuck onto the floor, but you're being pulled away in the opposite direction with your body. Now we're leaning up, pushing those vertebrae up towards the ceiling and leaning forward and opening that chest. And we're going to tuck our toes in under our feet to prepare to lift our hips up towards the ceiling. Pushing your head through those arms, allowing the shoulders to stretch out, pushing those heels into the ground, pushing those knees towards the wall behind you, and lifting those toes up, pushing left heel into the ground, and lifting and rotating, and one more on each side. And then we're going to hold for 10 seconds with both heels being pushed into the ground, and emphasizing that rotated pelvis, pushing that tailbone up towards the ceiling and allowing that body to release. Leaning down, and as we're leaning down, bringing right leg next to right hand and stacking that vertebra again, leaning forward, tucking that pubic bone up towards the chin in front of you, and you're opening that front part of your hip. And as we're doing that, we're leaning over from side to side, reaching and reaching. You should feel a stretch going down those quads and into those hip flexors. And dropping down, leaning that right leg back, lifting that left leg up, lifting forward. Again, rotating that pubic bone in up under your belly and squeezing that right glute if you have to, and reaching from side to side and reach and reach and reach, coming down and bringing that leg back into that all fours position. We're going to lift that left leg, bringing it across midline and leaning into that right glute and using the back part of your left foot to push yourself forward and back to allow that glute stretch. And keep going. And lifting back up and changing over, legs leaning across, leaning into that right glute, pushing forward and back. And lifting back up and leaning back into that rest position again, opening those knees. I want them to be shoulder width apart, and you're rotating the tailbone out and you're pushing those both groins towards the floor and pushing the shoulders into the ground and slowly lifting yourself back up. Thanks for joining me. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm feeling a lot looser and a lot more mobile into that pelvic region and into my trunk area. I would recommend that you do the sequence every day. It will only improve your flexibility and mobility. Have a lovely day, everyone, and I'll see you soon.